We're live. Welcome, everyone. This is Terry Edwards, Renegade Recruiter. And of course, we're joined by our co-host, Drew. How are you, Drew?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. It's a bit of a time delay. But we've got a special guest today, Mark, and I'm gonna say no more than his name's Mark, and he's from a place called Australia that some of you may have heard of. Mark, thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, no worries, Terry.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm gonna let you do your own introduction, Mark. So, yeah, give us your full name and the full name of your business, please, Mark.
Okay. My name's Mark Borsma. I have a recruitment company called Power to Perform, and we specialise in the civil engineering, geospatial, so land surveying. Basically land surveying technology.
Excellent, excellent. And what did you do before you got into recruitment, Mark?
So I was a land surveyor before I got into recruitment. So yeah, I saw a need to. There was basically a flood of generalist recruiters, and yeah, I decided to specialise and start helping out the business owners that I knew.
Fantastic, fantastic. So you were on the other side of the fence, so to speak. I mean, so what was it specifically that made you think, right, I'm going to become a recruiter now?
It was because I dealt with recruiters before, getting roles. I'd gone through about 3 or 4 different job changes, and the way that I was handled throughout that process was a pretty poor one, and I thought I can do a better job. So here I am, doing a better job.
Good man, good man.
Brilliant. And Mark, the reason we wanted to interview you today is obviously you're going through our Renegade Recruiter Profit Accelerator program, and you've got some really good results that we want to share with people. But before you joined the program, what were some of the sort of biggest challenges you were having in your business?
I guess the biggest challenge that I was having was self-belief, making that switch over from the employee mindset, I guess, to believing that I could, really run the business properly. And since, working with to change my mindset a lot helped me immensely. And working with yourself too, Drew.
He quickly adds. But on a serious note, in terms of self-belief, what impact was that having on your business? That lack of self-belief.
Was stifling my operations. Basically, I was just going around in circles. I wasn't doing the suggested things and the right amount of things. Structuring my day random. Where you've changed that, and a few other things in your program has changed that. So yeah, I guess not really knowing the processes and not having the mindset to back it up. Would be summing it up, really.
Yeah. So not knowing what you don't know, not knowing what you don't know. Yeah, that's a fair point. And from your point of view, I mean, you're in Australia and we're in the UK. How did you get to hear of the Renegade Recruiter?
I think it was online, YouTube, and then I saw you on LinkedIn because I follow a fair few recruiters and whatnot online, and I think a piece of what you resonated. So I got your book, I read your books, and then I thought, I want to invest in your program, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and the other interesting thing here is that you then reached out to us and you booked a meeting into our calendar, and we had a conversation where we looked at your business, what was going on from your point of view. How did you find that? Because you booked in our calendar, and even allowing for the time difference, you were committed to doing that. But the whole experience, how did you find it from your point of view?
How did I find the experience? It was a big slap in the face, a wake-up call. It was like when I spoke to you on the phone, it was like, oh shit, that's what's going on. And, and I guess I was just new to the game, and it made me think differently.
Yeah.
And in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, and there's no secret there. We're quite upfront. If you jump on the phone with the one things that we're going to do, we call it, we're going to hold a mirror up to you and get you to just look at what you're doing and share with you what it's doing. And interesting terminology, a slap in the face. I think Drew would agree with this. A lot of people would say that the experience is positive, but it can be a bit of a slap in the face when you hold the mirror up and face up to what you're doing, both positive and negative.
Yes, it's sort of like,
it would put it this way: it was a slap in the face when I was asleep and the house was on fire. So I'm very grateful for you.
Yeah, thanks. That's great terminology there. Yeah, excellent. Anything to add to that, Drew?
Yeah, I think, as you said, a lot of people who have the call with us would say, let's describe it in a similar way. I think what it does is it's a really harsh dose of reality as to what's really going on in your business, but also what you can do and what you need to do to change things and turn things around as well. Yeah,
good point. So after the gentle slap in the face as your house was burning down, Mark, what were I'd be interested in, what were your reservations about working with the Renegade Recruiter?
Look, I didn't have any reservations, but the only reservations I had was when it came to paying for it. I thought, okay, it's a stretch for me, and am I going to get my return on investment? And since the only reservation I had.
Okay, so the only reservation you had. So were you convinced it would work for you, but you would just have reservations about the initial upfront investment?
Yeah.
Mark, did you hear that last question?
No, I didn't hear the last question.
Okay, so what I said was, were you, after the call, were you convinced that it was going to work for your business, but was it only the investment, or did you have doubts about the process and everything else, whether it would sort of work for you?
Well, I just had reservations about, the investment, really. I knew that the process would work, would be beneficial if I put the work in. It was all dependent on me putting the work in, and I guess the way that Terry put it was, it made me realize I got wrong, and Terry and yourself can help rectify that. So, yeah, I mean, I was a little bit apprehensive at the start because I'd outlaid a fair bit of money, but I'm glad I did.
Okay, and so how many weeks has it been since you joined now? About 4 weeks? Not even that.
It's just over 2 weeks.
Over 2 weeks, okay. And what have been sort of some of your early experiences since joining the program?
My early experience is more confidence when dealing with decision makers, and also going to a more retained model, or at the very exclusive, and doing that with confidence is, feels very right for me. It makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so before joining the program, you were 100% contingency?
Yeah.
And
100% contingency. Sorry,
okay.
Go ahead.
And you've moved to a more either exclusive or retained model now. What do you see as sort of the main differences between the two?
The main difference is I was getting all these jobs. People were just giving me the jobs, but I couldn't fill them. And then when I did have candidates that I wanted to place, and I still have some contingency roles that I completely, it's chasing clients and trying to get hold of them, and it's just a general shit fight, to be honest.
Yeah. And with the exclusive and retained model, what have you what are you experiencing on that side?
Quite a higher fee, fair few objections. That one of the objections that I get is, well, we can get a contingent recruiter for 15%, and you're, around 25. How do you justify that? And when it comes to that question, I guess it's about flipping it, and it's making them see the value of having me as a retained recruiter.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. I think one of the things...
It's all
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, often when you're speaking to prospects and they've gone down the contingency route before and you're trying to get them on retainer, they often think it's the same service. So if you're saying they have to pay up front this time and maybe a higher fee, a lot of the time you need to be able to convince them that there's a difference between the two. There's a difference. You're not getting the same service for the same fee. You're getting a retained, more dedicated search rather than what the majority of contingency recruiters do.
Yeah, definitely.
And in terms of your service that you're able to give to the client, are you finding that you're able to be more dedicated to each role that you get now because you know that it's on exclusive or retained?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
awesome.
I can put my efforts into finding the best candidates knowing that I've got the support of.
Perfect. And what have been some of your sort of early results that you've had since joining the program?
The early results, like I said, it's just been 2 weeks since I've been in the program, but I've got a pending retained offer on the table that I should get a signature on tomorrow, if not early next week. I've turned 2 of my contingent job orders into exclusive job orders, and I plan to do more of the same in the coming week, so it's looking very good.
Perfect, awesome. And what's the sort of potential revenue that you get from those job orders?
You there?
Hello, Mark? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
I
mate. I
can
said,
hear
what's the... Perfect. So what's the potential revenue that you'd get from those job orders?
Yeah, so around about $70,000.
Awesome.
Australian.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. And in terms of how you were marketing and promoting your business, what were you doing before, and are you doing anything differently now?
Yeah, so before I was writing articles and trying to, because I've had 15 years in my respective industry, it makes it easier for me to connect with people that I've built relationships with, and I just used to focus on generating articles and getting my name out there. But it wasn't bringing in any business. There wasn't any sort of lead magnet or anything like that. So now I focused on forgetting about the articles and just honing in on sales and marketing. That's in the program, and that seems to be going really well.
Awesome, brilliant. And one of the things you said earlier that stood out to me is you said that you were able to get sort of 2 of the contingency roles that you were working on and flip those to exclusive. How did you sort of approach that?
Well, I just told them that this is the deal. I've got a number of job orders that have security on. So there could be 3 other recruiters that I might be competing on with the same job. And I just put the ball in their court and I said, would you show up to a job site with 3 other of your competitors fighting over the job? Or would you walk away? Like, I mean, it's in your best interest to pick one so they can do their job properly. And some of them didn't see it that way. 2 of them haven't seen it that way, but that's fine. They're probably not the sort of anyway.
Okay, awesome. And just on that, so one of the things that you've had to do there, you've had to be willing to walk away, which I'm guessing would have involved a big mindset shift from where you sort of were before joining the program. Tell us a bit more about that. How did you sort of feel going to these clients, knowing that if they didn't agree to sort of go down the exclusive or retained route, you're going to have to sort of effectively walk away from that business?
You like my philosophy behind it, or?
Yeah, just how did you feel approaching it? Because obviously you weren't doing that before, and I know a lot of people listening to this that will be
I guess. So before I was devaluing myself. I was just going, yeah, I'll do the job, I'll take the order, and thinking that all the jobs is better for business. When it's more quality now over quantity.
Awesome. Brilliant, really good to hear. And
I wish this video stream was quality as well, but
it's been a bit of a nightmare today. But just sort of going forward long term, what do you see for the future of your business? Working on the program, what do you see happening in the future in terms of long term benefits?
Well, in the next 12 months, we'll reach just over 400,000 Australian dollars in revenue. From a financial perspective, and then look to bring on consultants for 2020 and build the team.
Brilliant. So that 400,000, could you have seen yourself doing that before joining this program?
That's a good question. I think I could have seen myself doing it, but realizing that I didn't know what I didn't know, it wouldn't have eventuated.
Okay.
It would have been wishful thinking, but now it's an actual reality.
So do you feel like you've got more almost clarity to how you're going to reach that goal now?
Absolutely. Yeah, it all comes down to the mindset now. And for me, mindset's number one.
Perfect. And how has joining the program impacted your life, other than just in your business? How's it had an impact on your sort of life outside of business?
It's good. I mean, it's still early days. It's definitely helped ease the nerves that I had a couple of months, and the uncertainty and the stress of uncertainty that seems to be diminishing.
Awesome.
That's having a flow-on effect, and my wife doesn't see me as a manic business owner anymore, so it's good.
Perfect. And then a final question, would you recommend booking a call with us to other recruitment and search firm owners?
Yeah, I would. If they were in my position, I would definitely recommend them.
Awesome, perfect. It's good to hear. Can people listen to this connect with you on LinkedIn?
They sure can. If they just go to Boersma, that's MARK VOERSMA. They can connect with me, send me a message, and if they're down under, yeah, drop us a line, and yeah.
Perfect.
I'll
So
show you
Mark,
some good coffee spots.
good stuff, brilliant. Mark, thanks for sort of giving your time to do this interview. It's been, yeah, really appreciated, and I'm sure people listening to this can learn from it, and hopefully they'll sort of take the next step and book a call.
Yeah, no problem, Drew. Thanks.
Good stuff.